President Trump just told Congress it is official. Plus, it is CPI Day. Happy CPI Day, everybody. And Elizabeth Warren is doing her shenanigans once again. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. We got a lot to talk about today. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. I'm giving you a challenge. Don't say I don't challenge you enough. And let's get into it. Please read the disclaimer. So right now, the crypto market is sitting and relaxing before we have the CPI announcement today, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Right now, XRP is sitting at $1.07 here. XRP hasn't really moved since last night. You can see we had that sell-off that happened as soon as President Trump announced that he is closing or the Strait of Hormuz or taking control of Strait of Hormuz once again. And markets did not like that. Of course, oil popped. It went even over 80, pulled back a little bit, but right now sitting 79 and a half, a smidge under 80. And it will be very interesting to see what happens here today with the markets, with the crypto market, with the stock market, what happens with Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana, and all the top 10 cryptocurrencies, how they react to potential CPI. If we get better than CPI than expected, then will the market react positively? Because oil is coming up, which means that CPIs next month, the months after that, the month after that, could start going up. Maybe the expectation will be on par, but they will start going up relative to where they are today. And what happens is the market many times, it will pre-predict what's going to happen. So let's say it's predicting that in 2-3 months, we're going to see good times, then it will front run that and the markets will run up before the good times, right? So this is very interesting. What will happen? Of course, if there's bad news and CPI is actually lower than expected and oil is high, then there could be a nice sell-off today. So we're going to be ready for all types of scenarios that could happen. We talk about this a lot in the Moneymaker Academy. I'm finishing up. I'm putting in the work. I'm trying to get it ready for y'all. And if you're interested in joining the Moneymaker Academy, all you got to do is enter your name and email. As soon as it's ready, I'll get back to you and you can sign up. We're going to have the Academy with lots and lots of lessons there, and the Discord server, the community, so you can be part of that all together. It's an amazing opportunity for all of us to come together, to chit chat and to learn, of course. So again, if you're interested, leave your information here, your name, your email, get on the launch list, and I will give you an update when it is ready. And we'll have some good times there. So again, link is in the description down below. The first 100 are going to get a discount and also access to the special founders group. So again, link is in the description down below. Now, like I said, oil continued to pop here. We have CPI today, and President Trump went and told U.S. Congress that U.S. is in a war with Iran. So I guess it's official that the ceasefire is over. I know that there was no ceremony of Trump ripping the ceasefire agreement, the MOU, right? We didn't have that. But basically, when the president goes to Congress and says, hey, we're at war, that means that the ceasefire is over, right? The move gives Trump another 60 days to use military in the region without congressional approval. Trump said strikes that began on July 7th represented military action consistent with his responsibility to protect Americans and U.S. interests both at home and abroad. Trump also said that he will be hitting Iran hard tonight amid mounting tensions. The Iran war appears to be back again. It's back, right? Now, it's not full throttle back because Israel is not part of it yet. I just was listening to radio this morning. I usually walk my son to kindergarten, but today it was hot and I said, let's go with my car. And then when I was coming back, I was listening to the radio, and the lady on the radio said, we're ready for another round, for the new season. She said, but we really don't need this new season, right? It's like, okay, like, there's enough fans, but they create a new season, but it's really, the season is not needed. That's how we feel here. We don't need another season. But we'll see. We'll see if Israel is going to be part of that. And of course, I will always continue to update you as long as my building doesn't get hit by a ballistic missile. We're going to be all good. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. And I don't, collapse here from coughing. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with this whole thing. Again, how it affects oil, how it affects CPI. Kevin Warsh is also going to be speaking today. How is that going to be affecting what he says, how that affects the market? And like I said, in the course, we talk a lot about this and how about events can affect short term, how we can have a trading plan specifically for actions like this. So again, check out the academy if you are interested in leveling up. Interesting. Top White House advisor is going to take military leave as the Clarity Act enters a critical stretch here. Crypto Council Executive Director Patrick Witt will embark on a month-long leave later this month to begin his Army National Guard training. So one of the biggest advocates for the Clarity Act is going to be in military training. So will that hurt the Clarity Act? I don't know, but we won't have his voice there. He has a strong voice. Hopefully he can do enough work until he has to leave for Clarity Act to pass without any issues. That was my WhatsApp. I forgot to turn off the sound. Technical difficulty time. It's probably the wife. If the wife sends you a message, you got to answer ASAP. From an amazing woman, my wife, to anonymous, to someone that I don't know. I shouldn't say bad things about anybody, but Senator Elizabeth Warren is urging Senate leaders to add ethics rules to Clarity Act that would bar government officials and their families from profiting in crypto. I wonder who she is referencing. Maybe it's Mr. Donald Trump here. Maybe. So of course she has a stick with him that he made a lot of money from the crypto market, and they're with the meme coins, and there wasn't much regulatory scrutiny on President Trump around that. So Senator Warren is urging the Senate leaders to add this to the act. We'll see if it gets added. Do we need her vote? No, we need 7 Democrats to vote for the Clarity Act. I think that we could get it, but again, everything is still up in the air. I know some people hate when I say that, but it is what it is. I am not a prophet. I don't know what's going to happen with the Clarity Act. Others might sell you stories that Clarity Act is passing for sure, and this and that, and yada, 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 but nobody knows. So I am preparing accordingly. I am preparing for the possibility that it passes, that it doesn't pass, that it doesn't pass because the timeline, just they don't get to it. So I'm preparing for a yes vote, a no vote, meaning it gets kicked down, or they just run out of time and they go to recess and they don't vote on it, and then we come back with a different Congress after the midterm election, and it's more Democrat than Republican, and then we don't got the votes. I'm preparing for that also. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. Okay. Before SpaceX, I wanted to talk actually about SpaceX. The Korean market continues to take hits, man. The Korean market was doing so good, and it's gone down significantly over the past few days. Again, today, it will be very interesting to see if that has any effect on XRP, any effect on the crypto market long term. We'll see. But again, there's some things that I can predict. For example, I knew when we were talking about SpaceX a few weeks ago. So you see the yellow? Yellow is what I drew, but I drew it 3-4 weeks ago, right? When SpaceX came out. And I told my dad, I was like, Abba, I told him, listen to me, father. I've seen this before. I've seen these IPOs. I've seen these IPOs that have huge hype. And what happens is there's too much hype into the IPO. The price pops in the first few days, option starts trading, they start selling off, they start getting shorted, and they come down. Now maybe SpaceX recovers. Remember, a lot of money from retail, from XRP, from crypto went out of the market into SpaceX in the preparation for the IPO. People sold assets. Remember, they sold assets, had to pay taxes on it, right? um, and move money into SpaceX, which is now down, and people bought it 220, 225, and now it's at 136. Now, of course, I don't know. You could say the haters in the comment section could say, Avi, well, XRP is down from 3.6 to $1. Yes, but that I could not predict because there was a lot of things along the way. An IPO that is hyped up and there's not a huge amount of earnings yet, this is what happens. I saw this with Facebook and Robinhood and all those other similars. They pop up, they pull back, and then when first earnings come out, right, that's when you have maybe an opportunity. So it will be very interesting to see what happens with SpaceX and all the money. Did people panic sell and get out of SpaceX, or is SpaceX still is the money still sitting here, maybe buying the dip? Let me know in the comment section. Did you buy the SpaceX IPO? I bought, but I sold the next day. I bought here and sold here, and that's it, out. I could have sold here, but I wanted the profit from the first day. I knew that this was going to sell off. And again, maybe soon I'll nibble it at a little bit more when it sold off some more. And these are, again, some of the things that we talk about in the Moneymaker Academy. If you're ready to level up, if you're ready to start, taking investing serious, on these videos in the channel, I can't talk a lot about a lot of things. Some of the lessons are 20, 25-minute long lessons. And I can't do that on a YouTube video. And many people maybe are not interested. They only care about the news. And there's a lot of news, so I want to talk about the news, not about this stuff. So again, all this is gonna be in the academy. And if you're interested, again, link is in the description down below. Leave your information. This is non-binding, so this is just your email and your name. And if you eventually decide it's too pricey for you or not pricey enough, I don't know, and you decide you don't want to sign up, that's fine. This is just securing a position. Okay. And if you want to back out and not sign up eventually, that's okay as well. Okay. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.